If you've ever driven down Kamehameha Highway in Waiahole, you have definitely seen that massive, long, snaking around the unassuming building on the side of the road.
Yeah, but that's Waiahole Poi Factory, and I had a chance to visit our friend, my classmate as well, Kumu Likoho. Watch this. How's it, everybody? I'm here with my classmate and my childhood friend from Kamehameha, Likoho, the owner of Waiahole Poi Factory. We're out here, out in Waiahole. Brother, I'm so happy to be with you today.
Hey, good to be with you.
And getting ready to grind all you guys world-famous me'ai over here. So tell us a little bit of history about Waiahole Poi Factory.
The Poi Factory in 1905 originated, and it was one of the biggest producers of poi on this island all the way up until about 1970. And then in 1971, my parents got the lease for the Poi Factory and reopened it as an art gallery. Then from the 80s, our family, along with other families in the valley, got together and we formed a nonprofit to redo the kitchen. And the kitchen was intended to be available for people who wanted to try out food ideas, and especially using produce from the valley. And in 2009, we transformed it again and we reopened it as a Hawaiian takeout food. And that's basically what we do today.
And brother, this place is known around the world, and yet you folks still keep the spirit of aloha. What's your favorite part about serving all the people that come from all over the world?
So basically, this is the food of our people. Our motto here at Waiahole Poi Factory is Hanai Ika'ai, Hanai Ike Aloha. And Hanai means to nourish, so we nourish with ai, which is food, but we also nourish with aloha. For the poi pounding, my first teacher was actually my dad. He introduced me to the ono of kalo and the smell of cooked kalo and the first beginnings of pounding poi as a pretty young child. I probably was about maybe 5 years old or so.
And you're talking about your family coming from a rich history of art. I see that you have a mural on your guys' wall that your daughter made. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so the mural that my daughter did this past summer, it's a depiction of the origin story for kalo. The Poi Factory has always been in my life, and I feel that it's coming full circle in the sense that my parents, when they first got the Poi Factory in 1971, they opened it as an art gallery. You know, now my daughter is going to art school, and I've always wanted to bring that art part back, and slowly but surely it's coming back.
Okay, now it's time to grind. So tell us, brother, what do we have in front of us?
Yeah, so this is our kanakanui plate, and basically the kanakanui plate is kind of the best plate that samples a little bit of everything that we have.
Oh man, this is my favorite. I love when we get manna coconut milk. Oh my gosh, so I had to save room for the world famous Lady of Waiahole dessert. Tell us where this concept came from.
Pretty simple. Of course, you know, we all love kulolo, which is taro and coconut milk and sugar. We serve it warm with haupia ice cream. Simple, but it's ono.
Brother, thank you so much for feeding us, feeding our lahui, taking care of people. How can everybody find you folks?
Yeah, so we just opened up a second location. So we're here in Waiahole Valley, of course, that's our original location. And then we just opened up a new location at Windward Mall. You can also find us at waiaholepoifactory.com.
So amazing. We love Liko. You know, actually, we were haumana in his class. Lena Girl, my wife Candice, and myself. What did you learn in his class?
Absolutely nothing. He's so handsome. He's such a handsome kanaka, that's why.
You just stared him the whole time, yeah.
And I wasn't married, hun. I was single back then. So I was like front row. Me and Candice sat front row. At the end of the semester, we learned nothing.
No, absolutely nothing.
But Davey, his olelos, my cut.